All right. Good morning, gang. We're back. We're live, aired out 11 o'clock on the 19th. We promised you that we would get a Wheels for Warmth update from Dick Wabi, but he's not answering his phone. You know what? Maybe I'll try him again. He said that he would be, and I may have called him too early, but Dick Wabi's a busy guy. Wheels for Warmth. We're going to give you a recap here, get some numbers on this. Last year it was, of course, the kibosh was put on it, but this year it was all systems go, and I have not heard what kind of success it was. So we're trying him again here, Dick Wabi, this morning.
Hey.
And there he is, right there. Hey, buddy, you're live on Aired Out.
Oh boy, I can't wait to talk to you folks. How you doing?
Well, tell me the recap on Wheels for Warmth, buddy. We heard it was a success. Tell me.
No, I'm on the road today.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the road. I just want to make sure I made the switch to my car. You know, this whole phone thing is all messed up anyway, right?
Of course.
Am I on the car phone? Am I on the cell phone? Where am I? Why'd I start that motor? I mean, you're in a parking lot trying to talk to people, and everybody's looking at you because you're waving your arms and you're doing all this other stuff.
We should be roommates, pal. We both have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Oh God, I don't want to be a roommate. It's bad enough being a friend with Kenny Ghostland.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about you and I being roommates.
Can you imagine?
What the hell was that?
Oh my God. Hey, we know that Wabi's world is pretty crazy, but give us a recap on Wheels for Warmth. Give us some numbers. How was it?
Well, actually, Wheels for Warmth failed miserably.
Okay.
It was terrible, and you owe me a pound of coffee.
Oh, wow.
Didn't we have a bet? We had a bet for a pound of coffee, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. No, I know it didn't fail. I know it didn't fail.
I think you said we would break $600,000, and I said it's going to be a tough lift to get to 600 grand this year. We were actually sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of 560 when we made that bet, and we bet a pound of coffee.
Yes.
And I owe you a pound of coffee.
Wonderful.
What actually transpired, so get ready. What actually transpired was we had over $34,000 in tire sales this year. We took in a total of 4,100 tires for sale, and we sold 2,200 of those tires there. We sold about 1,250 out of Middlesex and about 1,050 out of Rutland.
Oh my God.
And then the surprise of all surprises, because those sales were down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But the surprise of all surprises was we generally hover around $10,000 in tire recycling. And what we hit almost $13,000 in recycling this year. So then you had your, that was 2,600 tires in total for recycling. So $13,000 in just recycling dollars was just, I mean, I'm not trying to compare anything, but our record year for recycling was somewhere in the $18,000 range, but that was in 2019. We never came close to that 13,000 number in all 16 or 17 years we've done this.
Wow.
So in the end, when you take a look at it, we hit somewhere around that $54,000 range for total. Here, I got it here someplace. 53. I've got 53,430 total money collected off this great tire sale that it wouldn't be possible without people like yourself, Capstone, Brock, Du Bois, Casella Waste Systems literally donated the whole recycling piece, that roughly $25,000 worth of recycling, so that we could make this happen. Um, DB Group, Jet Service, I mean, all these guys out there. Troy Kingsbury, if you ever get a chance to talk to a crazy person,
Oh, I know he's crazy.
you ought to get Troy Kingsbury on. As a matter of fact, I bet if you told him, Troy, we're going to get you on like next Friday, would you bring me over a lobster roll? He would do that.
All right.
Okay?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Lobster rolls for me, you, and Ken and Troy. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Hey, Dick, congratulations with everything, buddy. I mean, this is a major success. We're so proud. So proud. All of us, all Vermonters are just, we're just so proud.
No, we did. You were right. I thought with that year off, we were going to take a digger on this. And instead, the Vermont community stepped up immensely.
Yeah.
And really do appreciate everybody's support out there. I also want to, I'm going to say, Raylene and I will talk in the next day or two, actually probably the next week or so. And I'd love to come on live with you and Kenny Ghostland. I always enjoy trading barbs with you and or Kenny. There's a bunch of issues and a bunch of stuff we can talk about, particularly as we come into the holiday season. There's a large, and we talk about the oil need, we talk about the home need. There's a need out there, and I would highly recommend, if people have the wherewithal to support your Toys for Tots. I caught Kenny going through the Toys for Tots bin down at Depot Pizzeria last night.
Yeah.
He was going through to see what I accused him of picking out his own Christmas presents, of course, but he was going through to see what he could add to the pile today. So if you see Kenny up at Walmart or Big Lots, he's probably out shopping for toys to help fill that Toys for Tot bin. And I'm serious, a great cause. There's gonna be a need across Vermont. We are helping with the oil need right here with Wheels for Warmth, but there's other needs, and if you can help your neighbor, it's very important.
All right. Well, listen, Raylene just threw a highlighter at me with the cap off, so that means I got to shift gears. Well, we're going to get you on, bud. We'll get you in here ASAP, I promise.
Okay, tell Raylene, have a happy Thanksgiving, JD. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, and I can't wait to see y'all. Thank you.
All right, buddy. She's saying the same thing right back at you. There he is, Dick Wabi, with an update on Wheels for Warmth. We've been waiting, and we finally got it. DJ and Kate in the house this morning. How are you guys?
Morning, stud.
Gals.
Good.
Guys
Very
and
good.
Gals. How are you? Everything good?
Yeah, busy, but good.
Yeah, always better on Friday.
What do you think of those numbers from Wheels for Warmth? Isn't that tremendous?
It is awesome.
Very impressive.
It's really just in a matter of a couple of hours that Vermonters can turn stuff like this. Is remarkable.
Yeah, our community's pretty great.
Amazing.
Well, and tires, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Especially wintertime.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's a
That's
great
right.
program.
We just had a flurry that passed through here just a minute ago. Don't be surprised if you see more of them today. Maybe 40 for the daytime high, mid-30s for most of us. We're in stick season. We're heading right into to winter. Not necessarily the time of year where everybody is thinking about flowers.
Right.
But look, did you see the flowers over there, right there on the top from Emslie? Did you see those?
I did see those.
Sherilyn got those for me for my birthday. Had them delivered from, what was it, George?
George.
Yeah.
George, yeah.
Yes.
Had them delivered right here. Big surprise. I loved it. But I'm telling you.
She probably also got chocolate and didn't bring that to you.
Oh.
There might be.
Hey, what's going on with Alderman's Chocolates out of Ferrisburg? These guys partnered up with you. They're amazing.
They are
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've been.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can't say enough about them. Anytime that we've needed, a little extra, they've been willing to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, this is obviously a big push. Valentine's Day is the biggest part.
Yes, it
obviously,
is.
But holiday baskets and stuff like that.
These truffles are so beautiful that I feel, and I'm sure you can relate, I feel guilty. I don't. I want to take photographs and I want to apologize to the truffles before I destroy them.
Right.
I mean, really though,
They are beautiful. They look like marbles.
Where do you see truffle? I've never seen
We've
truffles
never
like that.
We've
No.
never seen them.
No, they look like little glass balls.
Yeah, they're
They
incredible.
look like the old glass marbles, when we were kids.
So, what a great gift that you could bring if you're going to be attending a Thanksgiving meal. Bring a box of truffles with you from Alderman's. Get them at Emslie's.
Absolutely. And we are the only one around.
Yeah, that's it.
She was nice enough to give us exclusivity. The next closest place is Stowe
Yes.
Wow.
around
So-
here, unless you want to travel to, over there.
They're exploding. They really are. They're doing well. You talk about a local grassroots business that was born and raised right here in the hills of Vermont.
In a
Well,
gas station. It was
Yeah.
It was part of their side business, and they actually have closed everything. It's all chocolates.
And that's down on Route 7 in Ferrisburg, right?
Yep,
Incredible.
right on the corner. They've been amazing. Speaking of, can we talk about the picture you took?
We can talk about anything you want. Which picture?
The picture you took of your lovely wife enjoying them.
Oh.
The candid shot
Oh.
that you sent to me. That I
Well, she doesn't know about that.
I hope she's listening.
He's going for blood this morning with me. He just took a swing at me.
Yeah, it was so great.
He did.
Yeah, he just texted me, shh.
Yeah.
And there she was enjoying them.
Lovingly,
In
almost,
a candid shot.
very candid shot.
Yeah.
What you didn't get in that picture, that if she's watching this podcast, she's going to be killing me for that I sent this to you. What you didn't get is the vocal expressions. There's some noises that
Usually saved for the boudoir type.
yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm so glad to have you guys in here.
Thank you
So what's
having us.
happening? What Emslie's is almost how many years old now? 125.
125.
That's
Yes.
insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is
Absolutely.
happening officially in 2022.
Yeah. We're going to push, pretty much the entire year is going to be a celebratory, 125 years here.
Lots of giveaways, lots of just
What can you tell
that
us?
up.
What can you? I know you have notes here, but what
yeah.
can you tease us with here?
Well, one of the things, and of course, I must have it on screensaver, or what do you call it? Battery saver. So one of the things we do, we are going to partner. We are at the beginning stages, so this is technically a teaser. Granite City MMA. Love those guys.
Yeah.
Lucas is awesome.
Sure.
We are, Kate is also part of Circle, and she does a lot of other things. And the idea has come forward that Lucas recently just moved to Barrie.
Yeah.
Graniteville, technically.
Graniteville, Westerville, wherever.
Yeah, they've got a much larger place, much larger studio,
Yeah.
which enables them to do more stuff. And the biggest thing was to have more space to increase class size and
Right.
availability.
That's right.
And so in January, we are going to have a promotion out to sponsor ladies, a couple of them, 2 lucky winners that may be interested in learning some self-defense.
Ooh. I love this.
Yeah.
This is a great idea.
Yep. So as a company, obviously we're very pro ladies, and it's a different world that people are living
it
in,
is.
and
Yeah.
martial arts sometimes is it's kind of taboo,
Yep.
but they do have ladies in the classes. We haven't been attending
Who kick
with
ass,
great,
by the
yes.
way.
They've got some really badasses.
Yeah, and I've heard that
Humble.
Kate can kick your ass, and I've heard
that
it
was
several
That
times.
was before.
Not once.
Yeah.
I've had several
can-
people tell me that.
She can beat my ass with words, and I'm done.
And you're fast, but she's faster.
Oh yes.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
continue.
I'm quick-witted, and that's. But so for these ladies, and we haven't figured out exactly if it's going to be by nomination or what, but it might be just gaining interest. People can reach out to us. We'll figure out. We'll have all of this coming in January. I mean, we with Lucas just moving, we had talked about it, and he's definitely given the nod. So it will
Wow.
be for 2 ladies. We're going to sponsor 3 months for a couple ladies, and they can do Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu, hopefully both.
Yeah.
And if somebody decides that they just want to do the Jiu-Jitsu, well then, since we're already going to sponsor that, then we'll sponsor someone else for the Muay Thai portion of it. So it could be up to 4 ladies. And then hopefully after those 3 months, it really is a lifelong thing. I mean, you're not going to learn everything that you want, but it at least gets you started.
Yeah,
in
and you
that.
both have trained very well with Granite City MMA.
We are going to be training more. I was injured all year. If you talk with Lucas,
Always
Rex,
broken.
Stepping off the
Always
curb.
broken.
Stepping off the
I
curb,
know.
blowing out the ACL.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, I'll be 50 next year, so
Yeah.
that's well. You know what? If you're sitting on the couch, all you're going to do is get big. So
true.
if you're not being active, you're not getting hurt.
So right out of the
heard this
chute
year.
in 2022, you guys are coming out with this promotion.
Yeah.
But 11 months to go here, pal. What's next?
Yeah.
What's after? What's Feb?
We want to do a lot of. We want to do a customer
We know what's going on in
spotlight.
February.
Yeah. We want to do a customer spotlight. I mean, Emslie's been around literally for generations, and we want to do a customer spotlight, kind of like when did your families begin? Being customers of Emslie's. And I mean, obviously, Kate and I have only owned it for the last almost 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Now. It's learning more about special moments. I mean, being a hub in a community.
Yeah.
It ebbs and flows over the years, but these last 3 years, with COVID and everything else,
Right.
We've really had an incredible time with everybody in town. Really being supportive of local businesses again.
Well, I think everybody, the brakes got slammed on everyone, but you guys quickly picked up and recouped, because the thought of sending someone flowers and or even some wine, some beer, some chocolates, some other things, candles, things that could be supplemented as a way of preserving the whole social distance horseshit.
Well, it's to be there when you're not. Now, we actually did.
And you guys did a great job with that. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
And people were getting stuff everywhere, not just here in Vermont.
Right.
Well,
Right.
and what we
Correct.
did actually, early summer, we actually made the decision to not do the beer and wine. We're still doing all the gifts, but there were businesses in town that that's kind of their
Yeah, that's their
main,
bread and
that's
butter.
their bread and butter.
Yeah.
So we made the conscientious decision that this isn't. We don't need to do that. There are plenty of places that need that extra revenue. So instead of really pushing more on the beer and wine, just kind of pulled back. And I mean, you could get it. I think still, you may even still be able to get it delivered.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to take that away from other places in town.
Sure.
And just went in a direction where more traditional flower stuff with the candles and all the other things that we do. Obviously, with Thanksgiving coming around the corner, we're doing cornucopia centerpieces that you can see online. I'm going to hopefully get live pics of some of the ones we've pre-made. The boxwood trees are always huge. I mean, we really want to blow it out this year. We had a lady that
I love those
decorated-
boxwood trees over there.
They last forever.
I know.
And a
It's
super
incredible.
value. What was a lady that was sending pictures?
Yeah, she had it last from early December to, I believe, almost April, and she
Wow.
would change out the ornaments on it for, like, she did it for Valentine's Day, she did it for St. Patty's Day, she did it for Easter, and she just
Christmas,
kept
yep.
changing out the ornaments
Yeah,
on
that's
it.
how it lasts. As
She
long as
had
you
it
keep
last
4 months.
4 months.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And they just look amazing.
I don't know if
Like
you can see
baby.
my flowers over there. If Ray,
You can see them right from here.
yeah, if Raylene comes back,
Yeah. No, it's
maybe she'll hand them to me.
they came out very nice.
But those flowers right there,
Yeah.
take a look. 9 days old.
yeah,
Nice.
they look amazing.
And look at they look just like when I got them.
Yeah.
Incredible. I don't know what you guys are doing. You
And
get some
someone
special
must
recipe.
have, well, and yeah, they must have brought them in. 'Cause one of the big things is always making sure they're covered.
Yes.
When the temperatures drop below freezing, because they won't last, and that's another tip that we're hopefully going to be better this
Yeah.
year. Whether we're putting in little notices or making sure our staff talks about it.
Right.
You know, people grab them in the heat of the moment. They grab chocolates and this, and they pay for them, and they walk out, and
Yeah.
it's 19 degrees out.
And how
And it's-
quickly can they die when it's
Very-
that cold
very-
outside?
It doesn't take long,
Right.
and then it
I'm-
matters too
yeah.
once you get them
Day
inside.
or two,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you'll start seeing them start to wither, and especially if you add a little
Yeah,
bit of
because
wind.
you like get them so cold and then you heat them back up again. And that's
Sure. And I can say a testimony here. I've delivered flowers with this character.
Couple times.
And I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't even open the doors
Right.
of the truck
Yeah.
until you've made sure first. Give an eye inspection. Make sure that those flowers are covered up and protected.
Yep.
And it's so important.
It is.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm just looking through my little.
Yeah.
No,
I can't
I
believe
literally-
Emslie is going to be 125 years old.
So-
That's outrageous.
This morning, so we try to do not necessarily a pilgrimage, but when we're traveling, we try to find the flower shops. You
Yeah.
know, in the area. And I'm part of we're part of a floral business group on Facebook. It's like 3,000 members across the United States. And this morning I sent out, I made a post about long-time florist. You know, the longest, we found one that was 171 years old in PA, and there's a couple others. So it's already lighting up. It's just one lady put it very well. You know, communities have been built around these types of businesses.
They're
Not so much
staples.
now, right? Not so much now, unfortunately. But she says, you know, we're at every major event. You know, we're almost like the Jerry Maguire of special events. You know,
Right.
tucked off to the corner, but there's flowers in every special event. And most of the time, people will comment, but don't necessarily know the lineage of the place. So one of the things I'd like for Kate and I to do in this coming year, as part of our 125 years, is to be able to catch. There's quite a few in the eastern part of the United States. I haven't got a lot of response on the West Coast, obviously, because we were all here long before the West Coast for the most part. But we want to find out about some of these old places, get their stories out, and see how much of a part of the community.
And one of the things that you and I have talked about is that we haven't been able to not prove yet that Emslie's is the oldest florist in New England.
New England.
Yeah.
Not just Vermont.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I do. Yeah, we're definitely the oldest in Vermont.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that
that's for
incredible?
sure. Yep. City Florist is out of Trumbull, Connecticut. It's 1918. So they're 103 years old, but we haven't really found. I would think
that
someone.
something?
Yeah, I would think someone in Massachusetts, but we're really trying to find out. Even businesses now, they don't talk about their their age.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really
You need
do
to.
believe that when you have a business that's that old,
Yeah.
you don't get to be that old by doing a lot of things wrong.
Absolutely true.
So finding out what that common thread is. But yeah, the 125 years. We're very proud of that. We try. This last year I cleaned off. So up in Hope Cemetery is where the founders of Emslie's. There's a couple of different graves up there.
Yeah.
Massive memorials made by Rock of Ages.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. One of the things, and Raylene and I have had this discussion before, is that you guys are so good about taking orders for flowers over the phone and physically bringing them to the cemetery, and for someone who is not here in Vermont or is far away,
Right.
On a certain date, in the anniversary of their passing, and having these flowers on display at their gravesite, and then going a step further, photographing that and sending it to them so that they can see where their money has gone.
Right.
I mean, that's fantastic. You guys are unbelievable
Well,
that way.
people spend a lot of money, and to give them that little peace of mind is really not out of our way at all.
Yeah.
No, and you're there already. I mean, people take. I have a coworker that I hear him clicking Snapchat all day long. I mean, people are taking pictures all the time. Of
course.
So we're already there, and we have all their information, and then it gives them a sense of comfort, and they've been able to do something and see that it's completed, and
All right.
it's done well.
So January, the year 2022, which is right around the corner. You guys are 125 years old. February, what are we doing in February now to celebrate? We talked about January.
Well, no, January is when it's going to start out. It's going to
Yeah.
cover February, March, and April. But
All right.
we want to do something to bring in local businesses in Barrie as well. And it will have something to do with a $125 floral arrangement where we're going to try, and I think we'll be pretty easily successful at getting local businesses to have gift cards. Where with that arrangement, they'll be able to have gift cards.
That's so cool that you guys you do this. It's not, this isn't anything new, but the fact that you support other local businesses right here in the city is huge.
100%.
It's huge. You're making a promotion for yourself, but you're also
It brings in everybody else.
you're also supporting surrounding businesses.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean,
We've all done amazingly well, especially in 2020, to support each other.
Yeah.
2020,
We've had to.
2021.
Absolutely.
So, and we have to keep that going.
Yeah, be it restaurants or otherwise.
right. I mean, main streets they're exactly that. They're the main street of your town,
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
there are plenty of places and communities that are struggling.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that Barrie hasn't maybe had some struggles, but I think we're doing
who the
amazingly
hell
strong.
hasn't?
Exactly right.
Tell me.
Yeah, exactly right. I think Barrie is doing amazing. The Barrie partnership. I mean, just talking about this the other day. They literally put Barrie on the map in such a positive way, and they're just hammering it all the time. So it's like
And Barrie, and of course, Barrie Area Development too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cody Morrison.
Yeah,
These
exactly.
These guys are
Yeah.
integral parts of our community.
and they're doing it because they love it and because they believe in it.
right.
And I think that
That's
that
right.
comes through in what they're doing. The work that they're doing's
If
been amazing.
they didn't, it would be impossible. You'd never see it.
Correct.
So what else can you tease us about what might be happening with Emslie's going into 2022? Big concert out in the parking lot. Oh my God! Skydiving. Come on.
I don't know about that necessarily.
What's happening?
But we're still going to participate in the concerts in the park during the summer. And I would definitely like to see, for every holiday, something a little different.
Sure.
In way of bringing in the community and getting people to think about others in the community and what others may need and maybe filling that need. So
Right.
definitely still up in the air with a lot of stuff.
The Emslie's After Dark. We talked about it the last
What
time
is
we were
that?
here.
What is that?
So Emslie's After Dark was something we actually talked about last year, and there's not a business out there right now that hasn't felt the struggle of getting employees.
Yes.
And we've been very blessed with who we have.
Yep.
But to implement something like this, we needed like a kind of a Kevin Youkilis of sorts. Someone that could be a utility player and also do deliveries, but also do some of these things. And what Emslie's After Dark is, and I really do hope that we can do it this year, is the second shift.
Yeah.
Gets nothing. You've got moms that they work a second job, or dads that are working second shift, or just people that have that second half of the day. They don't get flowers. They don't get anything. People that are working in our restaurants at night, bartenders, stuff like that. So the premise is that you could have someone order, and initially it might be just a Thursday or a Friday.
Yeah.
But that we will deliver flowers till 8, 10 o'clock at night for somebody.
When
at
will this
second shift.
start?
I would, well, as soon as we can really find someone that will do both of those things. And if not, then maybe this year we just take it upon ourselves to pick a night a week and just so somebody can order the flowers Monday through Wednesday, and then they would be delivered on like a Thursday or a Friday at a second shift in our delivery area.
This is a brilliant idea, one that Kate must have come up with.
Yes.
Is that true?
I did not actually.
Who came up with this idea?
DJ.
Did he really?
Yes. Yeah, I must admit.
Second shift gets neglected.
I think that's amazing the way you're thinking this way. I mean, that's fantastic.
Well, lately, all I've been doing is thinking because there's a lot of stuff going on. So Kate's really been the juggernaut
yes.
of late. I come in and empty trash cans and move stuff around.
And come up with the ideas, and then she'll execute them.
Yeah, I guess that's the way it works.
I like that.
Yes.
Thank you. See that?
Perfectly execute them.
Yeah. No, it's really been Kate of late.
Yeah.
There's just, obviously, it's no short story that always have stuff going on, but of late it's been pretty crazy. So.
Kate, this guy literally never sits still.
Correct.
He's constantly moving. He's constantly thinking. He's constantly engaged. I don't know what's going on up there in the frontal lobe. What's happening with the Fitbit? How many steps is this guy putting in a day? Do
he
you
wouldn't know now
I'm
because it's
so
broken.
Upset. I'm so upset. Yeah, it's my last
It's broken,
big.
and he will not spring for a new one.
What?
Yeah, I don't even know.
But we need
somebody's
to.
got to use. Somebody's got a used one somewhere.
People who have stock in Fitbit they're watching you. They're like, who the hell is this guy in the red shirt in Vermont?
I struggle to get to 10,000 steps. He's got him in
Yeah.
his first 3 hours.
So that's a good
Waking up.
point. So whoever monitors the Fitbit step folk, they're like, hey, where's that number one guy?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, it's been like a month and a half, and it's sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
It just.
Well, if it could
I think
also
I
like
smoked
monitor
it
the
out.
brain and he would be like,
Oh my God, I know.
way out
Well, he
there.
begins his day at like what, midnight?
Yeah.
He's walking by 4. He's moving. He's moving.
Yeah. I like
what's-
staying active. Maybe I've never told you this. In school, this is no joke. In school, Mr. Eaton's class talked about, and he was an odd dude. Like everybody, he was a vampire. If you ask anybody of my classmates, he what's that word? Not projected. Identified. He identified as a vampire. And he said, you understand that by the time you're 60, if you sleep for 8 hours a day, you will have slept 20 of your 60 years. And how profound, I know this sounds, but I'm like, there is no fucking way I'm going to sleep 20 years. No way.
Not you.
No, absolutely not. So
Sleep, DJ, is so important though for your brain chemistry and your body to properly recover.
I think it's done
Back
well.
me up, Kate.
yes, but I will agree that some people don't need as much.
Yeah.
I need a lot of sleep.
Yeah,
He
I do
does
not. It has worked well for me thus far.
Now, but what kind of wires are crossed up in the head of DJ Hardacre to be delivering flowers in these ungodly temperatures in February, especially Valentine's Day,
Oh my
in
God,
shorts?
I knew you were going to say something.
What is Kate? Help me understand. What is that all about?
He's a furnace. He runs at
That's the
temperatures
truth.
that no other human being does.
That's genetics. Well,
Yeah.
that's genetics.
Is it?
It's got. My brother Jason can also. Maybe not to the craziness that I am, but pretty similar. Yeah.
I know that when I'm delivering flowers with him, that when I get out of the truck to make the run, do not just putt along. Move.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah. Got to get to the next thing.
Yeah, we got to keep moving here.
Yep.
If all
It's busy.
things are equal and you're lined up with someone that can do all the same things as you can, whoever moves faster gets more done.
Yes. Are you guys looking for? I mean, the whole world right now is hiring. Are you guys hiring? Are you looking for extra help?
We are not at this time. We actually have a pretty amazing staff. and
Vanessa's
we're
over
very-
there?
Yes, very thankful for that.
Vanessa's unbelievable.
Vanessa and Marissa. Marissa's amazing too. And we have, well, actually, George is
Yes.
getting
Love
done
George.
tomorrow.
He's retiring.
Tomorrow will be his last day. Yes, we are.
Such a sweet
We are
man.
going to miss him very much.
Fantastic
Very
guy.
much.
Yeah.
His daughter.
Family. I mean, he's
He is.
family.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know how long he's been with Emslie's, but a very long time.
Yeah, very long. And his daughter, and I told George this story to know, like, I mean, his career was masonry. You know,
Yeah.
he did fireplaces and stuff. Amazing work.
What's George's last name?
Savini.
All right.
And his daughter was a senior at Williamstown when I was a freshman, and I wanted to make sure his daughter unfortunately had passed some time ago, and when we took Emslie's over, I wanted to make sure when I found out that was his daughter,
Yeah.
I wanted him to know that, you know, as a freshman coming into high school, you know, back then hazing was still popular,
Yes.
and all that crap,
Allowed.
yeah, allowed, right,
Legal.
yeah, you wouldn't, your family wouldn't get fined,
Right.
and she always would make eye contact with me in the hallways as a senior, because she was a senior.
Yeah.
And just would say hello and smile like a genuine, like not smirking, you know, whisper but would always say hello. And I said, I can still visualize her face, you know, 25 plus years later, because she was just an amazing person. And George is amazing. So it's, you know, seeing the lineage of, you know, what a child is like compared to their father. His work ethic, insane. Like, even at this, what is he,
84.
84 years old, and driving in all conditions, never calls out sick. You know, I think he would find a way to get to work with one arm and one limb, like
Not something.
yeah. But so
gonna miss
tomorrow's his last day.
Isn't that amazing, though,
Yeah.
that all of these decades pass and his daughter had this lasting,
Yeah.
permanent impression
Absolutely.
on you, something you'll carry
Yeah,
forever.
I can still see her
Amazing.
face, her smile, but it was like, you know, how impactful for a young person who's, you know, scared.
Yeah.
You know, Williamstown, you know, it's not a big school,
Right.
but for me it was big, and it was high school.
Yeah.
And she just was always nice. So,
Wow.
so we may have to be looking for
No.
someone. No, we're good.
we're good.
Okay.
They're gonna have a fight right now.
Well,
No, we're not gonna have a
it's-
fight.
Well, we actually have someone that that I had brought on that, as of right now, we don't necessarily have enough hours for.
Yeah.
But we are anticipating our Thanksgiving, our Christmas, our Valentine's Day, our Mother's Day. You know, like all of that will
Yeah.
be super busy. Even though this summer has been more busy than we have ever been.
Sure. Of course.
Because
Absolutely.
people couldn't have funerals last year, so there
Right.
had funerals this year, and then unfortunately people are still passing, so we have those funerals too, and weddings, and so things never really slowed down. I mean, I think this past week has
Yeah.
been our slowest week to date in a
Okay.
very, very long time.
When is it too late to order something for Thanksgiving? If you're bringing a centerpiece, if you just want to bring just some fresh cut flowers as a gift to whoever is hosting.
So depending, Tuesday probably, because we're not going to be there Thursday and Friday.
Right. So yeah, I mean, we'll still have flowers on Wednesday, but you won't get to choose.
Right. It'll be
It'll be designer's choice.
Got it.
It'll still be beautiful, but you won't get to choose.
Customize, yeah.
Correct.
And designer's choice is unbelievable. You guys are just, come on.
We have had
They do a good
so
Plug
many
and play.
amazing compliments. Someone pulled me aside the other day. She's like, "The young girl that you have there."
Vanessa.
And I was like, Vanessa. She's like, well, she actually works for Valerie,
Yeah.
over at Ladder One. Her mom had passed, and she had gotten flowers, and she goes, such an amazing. She goes, I've talked with her half a dozen times, and
Yeah.
every time, the whole world could be falling apart, and
Yeah.
her voice and the way that she presents on
Yeah.
the phone is just high energy, upbeat. Thank you very much, and always pleasant. So it's
Doesn't
just
have
nice
to be. It doesn't even have to be a half a dozen times. I called you
Yeah.
one day. I'd never met Vanessa. I
Yes.
called over to the shop. I spoke with her, and then I hung up with her and called you
Immediately.
And I'm like immediately saying, I don't know who that was, but hang on tight, man.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
I think there was some offer if he knew her age and
Right.
hadn't been married that he would.
That never was said ever.
He's hadn't even met her,
laughing
hadn't
about?
even seen her. Said just because of her demeanor, right?
Yeah, Raylene over there shaking her head now, and it takes a lot to shake Raylene's head.
Yes.
You guys are just I don't have any other way of saying it other than you're kicking ass right here in the Granite City. You still.
Thank you.
Trying.
I mean, Tracy Lewis is giving you a shout out. Michael Booton just said the synergy those organizations have brings vibrancy to our city.
Well put.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
Michael.
we love our community.
Yeah.
You know, I
you
mean,
do.
just watching, taking us completely out of it, just watching the effort put in
Right.
to reinvigorate this town,
Sure.
you know, and that's with people seen and unseen,
That's right.
obviously. But being, a local business, obviously, you have to get your name out there. And what better way than to walk the walk?
Yeah.
You know,
have
I
to.
mean, we support, and I know I mentioned this to you. I mean, I had written down like the places that our money went locally, you know, and did
Right.
a little Facebook post about, this isn't just, so you can see real things. Yes, I understand it was my handwriting and checkoffs, but these are, there's not a business that I listed that
know.
wouldn't say, hey, I've seen DJ or Kate there.
That's right.
You know, to know that money really does go back into this town. you
Yeah.
know? So.
Big return
Yep.
on investment. And it's quick and it's simple.
Yep.
And it's guaranteed delivery because you know what you're getting. You've got it in your hands.
Yep.
More of that, frankly, should be done on social media. If people have a good experience, because we all love to post
Yes.
bad shit.
Yeah.
But if you have a good
Yes.
experience, you post it out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated, and it helps other people, especially if they're ordering from out of state for someone here
Yes.
in our community. It's always super helpful to have people post
Yeah.
and say good things.
Yeah,
so that,
right.
We get our
What's
business.
the? Ask this question to Kate. What's the deal with the red shirts with this guy here?
Oh, so
Oh.
No, she's answering it.
he wears red every Friday for remember everyone deployed. It says it.
Yes,
and
that's right.
I hope someday to get him a new shirt because that one's kind of dying. But
Yeah.
but even if the shirt isn't clean, he'll wear whether it's on his undies or his socks,
Nice,
something
babe.
red,
Yeah.
something red.
Does he have any red underwear?
Well, and I have red on my shoes today.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Yep. So
Yeah. Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-known actor, Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan,
He, as far as actors, he's one that really has ponied up and has walked
Yeah.
the walk. And he was the first person I saw that did red. Remember, everyone deployed. And it's every Friday for 10, 11 years, I wear red. Yep.
So I don't know how you remember that it's Friday. Really.
we look forward to it.
But
Yeah.
so to think that you begin your day at 4:00 in the morning, you get up, and all you do all day long is flowers and nothing else but flowers is remarkable.
Yeah. Yes, the
Don't
one
we
thing.
wish?
That was so funny. Yeah, this morning, like, what are you doing this weekend? So I actually, helping clean gutters, fixing snowmobiles, setting a friend's mailbox post.
Keep
this
going.
weekend. No, I'm
I
not.
think you
It's
came
fine.
over to my house and helped stack firewood. I don't think I know. I mean, this guy he's the Energizer
He
Buzzy
is. He is.
bunny.
Yes.
Yeah, Buzzy.
Thank-
Energizer Buzzy.
You're just an animal, dude, nonstop.
I get a lot of enjoyment out of making people happy.
So
I don't know.
do you have another full-time job on top of this full-time job?
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Rock of Ages,
What do you do?
12 and a half years.
Wow.
Sales. I'm in sales. But that is changing
Yeah.
at the end of this year. I'm going to work for my largest client. And this is no big secret. They know I gave 6 months notice. But I'm going to be working for my largest client, home-based, which, starts January 3rd.
Well, what would that be? What will you be doing?
I'll be helping manage their 47 locations across the United States. And that will mean more falls on Kate. I'll still come down and empty
More?
the trash cans and
In your shorts.
Oh, absolutely. I will use until the snow comes up over my sandals.
Yeah.
I wear my sandals at the grill. So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuts.
Can we talk at all? And if we can't,
Yeah.
tell me we can't about the the kiln that you have and what you do with that. No, should we not? Go there?
It's kind yeah. No,
we won't go there.
yeah.
Anyway, no, because you've made some
Ceramics and
ceramics and beautiful ornaments and stuff. Are we not-
Christmas. Right now, yeah, it's not being utilized in its full fact. I mean, for once in my life, I really have to say, just I don't have the time.
Yeah, understand.
But I do have a friend that I hike with that says, you could gain a lot of your life back if you just say no on a occasion. And I know, so profound. Yeah.
I'm learning to do that very slowly.
I like to
It's
say
painful.
yes. I know. I like to say yes. And then I just figure out a way to make it work.
Did you get a chance to watch the Patriots last night?
I'm a Cowboys fan, I believe.
You are? I thought you were a Pats fan.
I am a New England sports fan for everything, and I want
Okay.
the Patriots to win unless they're playing the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. So I mean, I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a Sox fan, hardcore Sox fan.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm a hardcore Sox fan, for sure. But, yeah, that brings the score, actually. The last 3 games the Patriots have played them.
Yeah.
I believe it's 79-3 in scoring or something of that nature.
Yeah. I have another friend who's a Cowboys fan, but he's been hanging his head pretty low, man, lately.
What?
In the last couple of years. Yeah, just-
Oh, okay, well, not this year.
no,
They,
not
they
this-
shouldn't have lost last week to the
I'm talking
Broncos.
about the last couple of years.
Yeah, well,
Hanging his head
and
pretty
what's
low. I'm just saying. Okay.
it's okay. Hey, so I did that for the majority of my life as a Red Sox fan. So having to hang my head in shame of my crappy teams that's nothing.
And
new.
you love your local sports too. You're so engaged with local sports. My God.
play a few. Yeah, this year I didn't play squat really because I was injured for most of it.
Yeah.
But did get to do the. There's a tournament we do every year called the Monster Mash for breast cancer.
Yeah, softball, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did that this year, and then we just did. Kate did it in my backpack, which was just she didn't end up going a 5K. I do a lot of hiking in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And they did what's called a Rescue Me 5K.
Okay.
To support because a lot of times these rescue missions there's no money behind it,
Yes.
so they have to fund on their own.
Right.
And I did that race. I will have you know I finished 6th.
Are you kidding me?
Hold on, in my age group, not 6th overall. And I did it with a backpack that had 30 plus pounds in it.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
What
So that was
mountain?
pretty
What
cool.
mountain was
Yeah,
this?
this
on?
was in Lincoln, New Hampshire. It was a relatively flat course, but I was the only one of the 175 people that had a backpack.
Wow.
But I did that because I'm just starting to get better, and I felt if I had a backpack, I wouldn't try to run.
Yeah.
But I did.
So softball.
Yeah.
You've been part of which league now for the last 200 years?
Well, it's been numerous ones in part. The local league, that's just co-ed.
Yeah.
And then the Waterbury League, which is men's league. I didn't do it this year.
Okay.
But
So what
probably
happened
gonna do
this
next
year? You had an injury. What happened?
in March or April, I rolled my ankle severely.
Yeah.
Crossing the street. Literally, it's something about streets.
Yes.
That's what it is. So I rolled my ankle 2 months. I could hardly walk. Excuse me. And then had dinner over at the Cornerstone. Took coworkers out. So we had combined with Granite Industries,
Yeah.
and their sales group and our sales group merged.
Yeah.
And it's the craziest time in the Granite industry, like
Sure it is.
hands down. And we just hadn't had any time to gel. So I sent out a blast email to the sales team. I said, hey, I'm taking you guys out to dinner. We're going to go to the Cornerstone. Just try to, because all we've done is work, but
Right.
no socialization. So did that. Kate was over. It was our night that we sponsored at the
Food trucks.
at the
and
food trucks
Yeah.
for
Concerts and
Emslie. So
Yeah.
Kate was over there with that. And she came to pick me up, and I just crossed the street, and I hopped up on the curb, stepped on a pebble, and it turned my heel black and blue, and that was 2 months. Maybe I'm just frail.
Well, no, I'm just thinking that if I were Kate, what would be going through my mind is that's like the last place that we need to have an injury on DJ Hardacre. Legs,
drives me nuts.
feet, ankles, because you're on the move. I mean, if you lose an arm, you're still going to be on the move.
Fine. Yeah,
You'll be okay.
It was borderline.
How did you do that, bud? I mean,
It was horrible. Borderline depressed, I think. for probably the first time in my life, just because there's so many things that
You
I
don't have
want to
time
do.
for this foolishness.
Nope, I didn't, and that probably prolonged how long it took to heal.
Right.
But then we had a wedding. We had a wedding coming up, so my good friends down in Norway and Sons had one of those hot little knee scooters
Yeah.
that they let me borrow. And so I had that at the office for 2 weeks because I knew the wedding, I was going to be on my feet. We were both in the wedding party, and I knew I was going to be on my feet the entire time. So for 2 weeks,
Right.
I cruised around on that bad boy.
But that's not what helped you. That's not what fixed you. The cowboy boots did. So what
son of a...
See? I told hey, you swung at me, I'm swinging back at you. What happened with the
First of all, those are the coolest cowboy boots on the planet. I wish I had them on right now.
DJ Hardacre does not wear cowboy boots. So how the hell is cowboy boots coming into the equation here?
The theme was cowboy boots, and I had a pair that had American flags on them. Hey,
Okay.
nobody in Central Vermont, I dare you, has more flag or patriotic material in their home than I do. But anyways, wore those boots, danced the night away, and ever since then, my heel's been fine. So thank goodness for the hiking boots or the cowboy boots.
The cowboy boots.
Yeah, ever since then.
Kate, I will pay for a picture of DJ Hardacre in some American flag cowboy boots.
They are amazing.
Pretty sure I probably got one.
Big money.
Yeah, they are. But I was wearing pants, so there was no shorts.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Had
Please,
to.
no.
Yeah. I have nice calves, though. They would probably fit in there.
You guys are doing so well, and we thank you so much for stopping in here. And don't forget, of course, Thanksgiving. We're right on the edge of it. Behind that, we've just got, of course, Christmas.
Yep.
And if you want to get your Valentine's Day flower order in, call now.
You say that we have a couple of standing orders every month. So people do plan that far ahead.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we have people who do like 12 months.
Isn't that something else?
Yep. And if you've ordered online, you get auto-generated reminders. Not overwhelmingly, but if you've ordered online in the past, you can get a blast that just reminds you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
Thank you both again.
Thank you, Stud.
Anything
Thank you.
else? Anything else we can think of?
Just wanted to say, bang up job that you're doing. I mean, you bring so much, seriously. And I would say this even if I wasn't on there, but I mean, you have done so much for this town and the people in it and getting the word out. You've done an amazing job.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much. We'll see you again real soon. I know we will. DJ and Kate over at Emslie's. Thanks, guys. Marcy Hawkins on the birthday list today, along with Tila Utton, Tabby Lord, Erica Codling, Diane Williams, Arlene Trombley Holcomb, just checking here, Josh Smart, Kevin Neal, Michael Coda, Nick Peak, and Todd Mansfield. Happy birthday to all of you. Dick Cavett, 85 today. 83 for Ted Turner, Calvin Klein, 79, 72 for Ahmad Rashad, the football star. Can't believe 72. Kathleen Quinlan, the actress, 67. Ann Curry, 65. Meg Ryan, DJ Hardacre from high school, 60 years old today. Jodie Foster's 59, which I can't believe. You remember Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and, of course, Jungle Book. Yes, Jason Scott Lee, 55 today. Erica Alexander, 52. And Billy Currington, must be doing something right, 48 years old. Adam Driver, 38. Larry King would be on the birthday list today if he were still with us. Vermont has reported the 400th coronavirus death in the state since the start of the pandemic. That's one of the big stories today. The state also reported 517 new positive tests for coronavirus just yesterday. 517. Second largest single day total since the start of the pandemic, only trailing the 595 reported November 11th. Phil Scott, the most popular governor in the country, a new morning consult survey of voters in each state shows that Scott's approval rating in Vermont, 79%. The next most popular governor in the country, Charlie Baker in our neighboring Massachusetts at 72%. The State House is planning to gather in person when it meets for a special session on Monday. All people entering the State House must wear masks, and lawmakers who test positive for coronavirus should not enter. We'll have more on this. The Senate is planning to hold their session remotely, but we'll have more on this here on the Aired Out page. We'll be posting it up. And a big drug bust in Bennington. One of the stories that is trending this morning, 6 arrests made at this home in Bennington. The raid was conducted Tuesday by authorities at a two-family home. Police say that they were aware of the drug activity there, but firearms, thousands of dollars in cash, also seized from this home. 6 people, again, arrested, facing various drug and weapons charges. Upper 30s today. We're at 37 right now. If we're lucky, we'll make it to 40. Maybe some flurries still lingering about. Partly cloudy tonight and 24, and then Saturday, tomorrow, if you have plans, cloudy and just about 40 degrees. Thanks for catching the podcast. Thanks to DJ and Kate over at Emslie's, the Florist and Gifts right here in the Granite City. Green Mountain Mulch was wearing their hat the other day. Speaking of hats, Raylene, what's the deal with the hats? We have them. We don't have them yet. We've got the post. It's on Facebook right now. It's pinned at the top. If you want one, you've got until the 29th of this month to get us some cash or a check, and we'll make sure that you're on the order list for one of these aired out hats. Also, a big shout out to Fecto Homes, another one of our presenting sponsors, and Salvador and Babbitt, getting ready for tax season, of course. Yes. The Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, Barrie Area Development, FGB Theaters. Got to get out to a movie this weekend. Just got to do it. Paramount, wide open, right here in Barrie. Gusto's, they just had their Widows Weekend, and they've got some big stuff planned for Thanksgiving weekend. Watch our page. We're posting up everything we can about what's happening over at Gusto's. Vermont Custom Woodworking, who made our beautiful desk that we are broadcasting live from. Let's see, ASB Financial, 185 North Main Street, right here in Barrie, the home of Retirement Vermont. Justin Lawrence, busy dude this time of year, especially with enrollment time. This is the Super Bowl for Justin Lawrence. Barry Montpelier, Times Argus, Donnybrook Fight Promotion, Wright Electric, Wood Doodles, who's taking orders right now for their cutting boards and serving trays and everything else that they make. We're gonna shoot some video here in just a little bit, show you their display that's right here at our studios. Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, Preston's Kia, also presenting sponsor, along with Granite City MMA and Barslow Construction. Be well, take good care, God bless, go easy today, and we will catch you again very soon.